What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mastering Body Language with me, the Body Language Noob. And today we're going to be talking about another arm crossing, arm barrier gesture, and it is the arm gripping gesture.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
So basically an arm grip, or when you're crossing your arms, you're doing an arm grip, crossing of the arms. I don't know what they really want to call it. I guess they just call it arm gripping. But when you're crossing your arms, you're grabbing your biceps. You're gripping your biceps. And this is very important to understand. I mean, there's so many differences between certain arm crossing gestures. You know, there's one where you have your thumbs up, things like that. And we're going to be covering most of them, if not all of them. So what does this type of body language mean? That's the important part. When someone is grabbing their biceps while crossing their arms, basically what they're trying to do is reinforce themselves. I like to think of it as guys feeling their biceps to make them feel stronger. So when you're feeling very, very weak or very exposed, you're trying to reinforce your mind, you're trying to reinforce yourself by actually grabbing. And sometimes people will actually flex their biceps a little bit, and it's sort of just a comforting gesture. One cool thing to look at is actually the knuckles of that person who's gripping their arms, because the harder they grip, the more you'll see the knuckles turn white. You can notice that when you squeeze anything. Right now I'm just pale as hell, but when you see someone maybe on a plane or something and they're squeezing their arms, you'll see their knuckles turn white. So that's pretty cool to look at. A lot of body language experts will actually call this arm gripping maneuver as more of a self-hugging technique. So like I said earlier, it's a way to, when I think of someone self-hugging themselves, I think of someone trying to make themselves feel more comfortable in the situation. So it's kind of like the reinforced arm cross. You're just trying to protect yourself, but it's a step further. Like now you're really trying to make yourself feel better. And that's what you need to look out for when you see this type of body language. I mean, it shows negative, bottled up, I'm feeling uncomfortable type nonverbal communication. Like that's what they're trying to communicate to you. Well, they're not trying necessarily to communicate it to you, but it is being communicated to you and you're supposed to pick it up. Now, places that you might see something like this: Planned Parenthood, about to get tested, you're trying to comfort yourself, airports, schools, when you have to make a presentation, things like that. So you can look out for those types of things. I'm sure you might be able to see that in like a bar too, but you don't just look for arm gripping in those places. Look for it everywhere in normal communication with people. And that way, if you practice, you'll know, hey, that's the arm gripping technique. And then if you call someone out on it, explain what that means to them, and see if it's an honest person or like a friend or a parent. They'll probably tell you, yeah, I was actually feeling that way when I did it. And that's pretty cool to do.